Alright. You can hear me. Everyone can hear me. No, we're not scribbling another. We're playing the game. Greetings, gamers. Welcome. Welcome to Guess the Shelter. This is, first time doing this in a while, so I'm wondering if I'm doing it right. I'm a little hesitant. I'm also hungry and eating and a bunch of other things, blah, 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 so I guess this isn't too different from any other recording, but it is. Because this time, we are recording my game. Yes, that's right. Guess the Shelter is my game. It's the game I've been working on for 2024 is when the first build was released. I don't know, it's been a couple years, but I also did CFC in there. Anyway, shoutouts to you for watching. Please hit the like button. That'd be fantastic. We're trying to get this one out there because I want people to see this game, to play this game, to know about this game. Also, I want to shoot some B-roll. That's why my face isn't on the screen. I'll be back at some point in the future. But I wanted to shoot some B-roll so I could get a trailer together. I'm probably going to spend my free time tomorrow editing that. Oh, there's some very cool games out right now. And some other things I want to do. Look at that, just in time. I'm glad I added that sound effect. Oh, Doeth, I did it anyway. Oh well, it's fine. We're doing a B-roll. Lost my train of thought already. Hey there, buddy. The humbug bubble is terrible. Forgot to fix that. I don't know if I forgot to fix it. I was tired. That's a guest, you know, the guest of Shelter. That's one of them. Of course, it launches the model that, or randomly chooses the model that has the least customization ready. You can only really change his eyeballs, but some of the others you'll see. You can change their hair color and some other stuff. Anyway, this is the game. I've decided to call it a cozy puzzle game. Cozy because it's not really, you know, there's going to be some degree of conflict, but what are we doing? Making storage. Oh, right, because I was gonna get some rocks. Let's get some rocks over mined. So, depending on what you do or don't want to know, what you do or don't know about the game, the puzzle aspect is because, you know, I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I've programmed it. I've been working on it. So I'm kind of working my way towards some things. This is kind of how I test the game. But theoretically, somebody who's just playing it would just be like playing with this stuff and figuring out how it works. Therein lies the puzzle, you know? Instant collector. So the basic gist, if you're not putting it together, because, you know, you might not be, I might be skipping around, etc., is, got these rooms, you know, each of these rooms does something different. You'll notice in the bottom right, there's some kind of controls that are changing with every room I go to. The customized room button is missing. That's fantastic. And what happens is each time, you know, items, goods, there's all sorts, you know, like there's rocks, there's flint, gold, ore, all these things. This room is the storage room, so you can physically make it collect goods and put them in here. We're experiencing a bit of a graphical glitch, but it assures me that 28 of 36, 37, and then the underminer here is the one that's actually generating the stones, you know. In this room, you can actually do some mining yourself, you know, so you get some special stones. Like we got a piece of gold there and got some ore there. So you can put them in this room if you just want them collected, if you just want them together, you know, but I don't, you know, it's like an organizational thing if your brain is really committed. And then this room is called Minecraft, and it allows you to make things. Basically the stuff you have collected, which, you know, you're now probably starting to figure out that there's different ways to get stuff. There's lots of different stuff to get. Minecraft allows you to make it. So I made a salad. He came in here and grabbed it, and now he's off to do something else. I don't know what he's doing, but I made the torch, and he should definitely bring his butt in here and get the torch. Good job. And now he's just going to use the torch, which the animation is just all kinds of jank, but whatever. Like I said, it was... You really have to decide what is and isn't going to be done when you start working on a game. I should say when you get close to the release of the game. The point is he's working, and that's generating more goods. It's actually making those little pink and green things. It's called goo, which is kind of tied to the story. It's kind of the connective tissue that I made all the logic in the game work together. But basically, since you have goo in here now, since you have goo in shelter, and you can still go back in here, and you can, you know, like, you can move it up here if you don't want it in the other room. But it existing within shelter means that Minecraft can now collect it, and you can use it to make other stuff. So I know what all the things do. I know what they're all useful for, so I'm just like speed running. But if you can discern anything from it, and again, you can play this game right now. I will make sure the link is in the description. I mean, there's no true-warriors.net. True-warriors.net. The link should be in the description below. That'll go right to my Patreon page, and that's got information about this game, and assuming I got my act together going forward, it will have more and more updates on this and other things I'm working on. Fightabase, the website about fighting games, some of the writing projects I've got going on, as just a whole rich cornucopia of stuff I got going on, and I wanted to make sure that finally it can be an insect. Oh, right. An insect. So, like, now there's a spider coming in here because there's a dead insect. The spiders are going to do, like, a cool Spider-Man hang. It'd be cool to have done that done, but you see it ate that and made a spider web, which is useful for some other stuff. Nothing really right now. Oh, he got me an apple. Let me see if I can... what are you doing there, buddy? You're off to work. I need more goo. Yes. Yes. Because I made everything, because I was just horsing around. So this is the game. You know, the first couple of rooms, it's not really evident what you're doing, but I think by this point you kind of figured out now. It's called Guests of Shelter because the idea is there should be more than one. But the actual guest generation code right now is a little... Let's just go ahead and use the term sus. So if you don't really know how to do it, you probably won't be able to do it. I mean, eventually, again, this is assuming anyone ever plays it, the logic will be figured out, and who knows what the logic will be once the next release comes around, because I will... Oh, you put it down. What are you going to do? Get a snack? Good job. Oh, now you're going to get the torch. So he grabbed a salad because he's hungry. Well, he got a little bit hungry. They have 5 stars when they're full. 5 stars of 5 hearts of health. It was another thing that it just, you know, it had to go during the development process. I couldn't resolve it. Alright, so now let's go get a bow and arrow going. The music is a mix of They're all open, so you're carrying the torch down here. That's interesting. Oh, it's cool. Good job. I'm actually very proud of you for doing that. He should be taking those. So what he did, and you don't need to worry about that, is he burned the spider webs. He cleared the spider webs, and in so doing, he actually generated some goo. I don't know where he's going now. Oh, he's probably, well, I don't know. He shouldn't be hungry. What's he doing? He's just leaving. Oh, he grabbed the bucket. Okay. So, I don't know what he did with it. Anyway. I heard the sound. It means a new room is ready. Right. Oh, he's got it. You just can't see it. So, there we go. He put the bucket up in there. What a silly place for the bucket to go. But since we have a bucket, we can build the waterworks, which is a cool room that allows you to... When it loads, he's going to go get the bucket. Why, thank you, SOS. If you haven't noticed, the little guy in the corner is talking the entire time. Their name is SOS. They're the Shelter Operating System, and they exist precisely for that purpose. I played too many games, too many survival games, too many adventure games, too many you name it games. I guess we won't be bringing the bucket down. Oh, there you go. Where it was advertised, it was supposedly made very clear. You can do anything. This is predominantly a dig at Minecraft, but several other games. And then it was just like, so figure it out. And the way my brain works, hated that kind of design philosophy. I hated the idea that you would just not know what you're supposed to do. Because sometimes the things are intuitive, like if the developers put a lot of time and effort into making sure it makes sense to do this or that, but other times they would just be like completely arbitrary. And I'm not saying I don't have anything in my game that isn't, arbitrary. I mean, you're going to watch me run through all this stuff. Do it. You're just getting apples today, man. You gotta do better than that. What's happening, if you're not picking it up from the context clues, is he's coming down here and picking up this bow, which is great. I appreciate that. Yep. And then he's taking it out the front. Well, now he's... Okay, he put it down. What'd you do? Where you going? You gonna get a snack? Good job. Very proud of you. I think I'm gonna speed them up. I went back and forth over how fast they should go during development. Never really landed on it. Anyway, alright, so now he should get the bow back. Good job. And go outside with the bow. And... another apple. I reduced the odds of apple. I don't think I've ever gotten 4 apples in a row, but that's actually good because each apple gets you closer to another person. Depending on what the HP value is for an apple, it might not be very high. We'll see. We've still got 15 minutes worth of recording to go, so we're just going to get another bow going just in case he still sucks. We can find out his name if we go to look up and look at the guests. Morgan. Hello, Morgan. And in this mode, you can actually just... Alright, he finally got some beef scraps. If you go in this mode, it'll trail them. Like wherever they go, it'll follow them around so you can keep track of what they got going on. And in this case, he's going to go down here, get the bow, come back up here, go hunting some more. But Morgan was a smart cookie and finally got the right thing, which is bee scraps. Oh, looks like I got another one. So you can use bee scraps, make a fillet. Look at that. And the fillet unlocks the grill, which I think is the name. It's not going to stick. I think I'm going to change the name of it. Although, just thinking about it in this the name Hotspot seems pretty stupid. It seemed smarter when I was thinking about it in bed. So maybe it will remain the grill. I don't know. There are... I've been saying 10 plus, which is a lie. It's actually more like 15 plus rooms in the game right now, and they're only in there if they're functional. There's only one room that's in the game that kind of doesn't do anything, and that's because it's story related. And because that was how I kind of set the bar for myself for when I would be done. But oh hey, look at that! We got another person. Okay, so now we got a girl. She's hungry, and her hair isn't changed at all. But we'll figure that out. The point is, they're here. And this room, the grill, allows you to make more elaborate foods. So, assuming you know how. So now we made ourselves some kebabs. And while we start working on the kebabs, we're gonna need more ore. But this is the ebb and flow of the game, you know? So now there's... Are you still collecting? I don't think so. Maybe. The storage room, which is another one that might get renamed because of the way its role work, is... oh, there's a second person in here. We could do the break room now. And while we wait for that to finish, we will not do anything because... So, now there's two of them, so you can get, you know, twice the output. But you also kind of got to feed them, work twice as hard to keep them happy and all those things. There are going to be more variables, more... oh, another person. Look at that. Yeah, her hair isn't changing, but it is what it is. The game is, it's out. It just is. It wasn't finished anyway, so... I was trying not to stress myself. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't seem like anybody. No, well, his eyes were working. So at least some of the shaders are working. And so we need goo. Anybody? Goo. Okay, that means we definitely got some goo. So, goo, boom. Now we got a thingy. And again, I know how all this works, and there's a quiet logic behind it. So possibly, you will be able to, you know, watch what I got going on and figure it out, but I am basically... Oh, break room is fun. So break room, you can actually invite them, and they chat. I didn't invite him. He stopped anyway. Well, he's working, I guess. But yeah, so now they're sitting in the chairs, and they're talking to each other, which is cute. And the idea being, if you listen to them, they will give you hints, things, whatnot. Each of them has a variable that determines, well, I mean, they have a couple of personality variables, but anyways, once you have the personality variables, or once you know, whatever, you guys understand. So they're on break, but one of them just left because they, the purpose of the break room is actually that they slowly but surely gain health because they're on break. Not as much as if they ate or something like that, but certainly. So how do I want to handle it? I'm thinking like maybe if you pick the same person twice, it gets the menu off screen. Because I hate that the menu is on the screen while they're talking. But controls wise, there's not a good solution for it. So she's on break, which is fine. You can stay on break, Alex. And I don't know what the other two are doing, but they could do it with a little more food in their bellies for sure. And that's the sound of the room being done. Nope, that's the sound of a new person. We're up to 4. Vibe is here. Vibe, you want to go on break? They're coming. Oh, she got the battery. You got the battery. It's a shame the colors aren't working, but it is what it is. I guess maybe I'm just showing everything because it's it's cute. Okay, Powerhouse is good to go. So, oh, we got 2 rooms. Let's do Let's Play first. Powerhouse is actually, in its current, it's not a lot of fun, but it generates power for shelter. So when you have power, it's hard to make a video game. So I had lofty goals and aspirations for some of these rooms, and I had to pare them back because when I started putting them in the game, they weren't working. So what I've done now is so some of them are in. I mean, everything is. Oh God, don't do that. Everything is, work in progress. West in peace. West in peace. So you're gonna see some stuff that's not exactly. But the point is, like, if you're getting attached to the gameplay of some of this, which I can't imagine you possibly could. You can, oh my God, I made it to 5 people. I don't know if I've ever made it to 5 people before. That's a lie. I've made it to like 13 people before in testing, but his hair is working. Look at you and your blonde hair. Maybe all these people just got normal hair drops. That doesn't seem possible at all, but we'll see in a minute. Spoilers, there's a room that allows you to change their hair. Oh wait, let's do something fun. Let's do a pencil. We got 12 likes. Let's do playing cards first. No, let's not do that at all. Let's go ahead and make these fillets, and let's just invite someone. So yeah, she's on break. Perspective, I wonder. So this is Let's Play, where you can play with them. So you should theoretically be able to see who's got a lot of health, but that's fine. So let's just bring Fields in here. Okay, Fields the blonde, he'll come on down here. And now we're playing rock, paper, scissors with Fields. So I'll throw a rock, he threw scissors, and he lost. And I'll throw paper. And paper covers rock. And you might be saying to yourself, rock, paper, scissors isn't a super very interesting game, and I'll give you that. It was just the first idea I came up with for a stupid game that you could actually play with the guest, because I wanted it to be kind of like if you were down here, you know, like let's say you're a guest and you go down in a shelter, you'd go into a room and it would be like, welcome to the Let's Play room. Do you want to play rock, paper, scissors? And then you, as the player, are kind of on the other side of that interaction. So what you can kind of pay attention to, if you look a little bit, like he beat me there. So he cheered, and we got some likes in the shelter, because they like to win. But likes are also what you spend on a lot of things. So you gotta kind of, oh my goodness, I made it to 6 people. So, we are gonna dismiss fields because rock, paper, scissors is lame. I won't lie. What was I doing? Oh, yes. And now, let's make some playing cards. Alright, so now, playing cards will enable the ability, assuming somebody comes and gets them, which one of those two will, that's fine. You should be able to see in a minute who grabs it. Morgan got him. So now, instead of playing rock, paper, scissors, you can play 21. And very first hand I busted, so I lose. But it's 10 cards in the deck. I do need to speed it up. In testing, I was like, is it too slow? But, and I also I hate the card flipping over there. But, so I've got 16, I got 17, but I got an ace. Let's draw another one. So he's got 5, showing 19. What do I got? Well, Morgan's hand is busted at 24. But maybe not, because the consideration is that I read fast, I know what it says, and I'm also very impatient. So maybe I'm not the best person to set the tempo for how fast a card game should go, but I certainly find myself playing at turbo speed and being like, well, I wish it was going faster. It's a draw. I'm not sure if 21 Blackjack is my favorite of the games that are available. Morgan definitely busted. Yeah, Morgan's hand is busted at 22. I win. There was a point in the testing phase. Ooh, look at me go. 20, baby. Morgan is showing to, he might have 21. You want to go for it? He's got the ace, I lose. He's got the ace, I love. Oh, he ain't have 21? Loser. Draw a card, sure. Oh, 19, baby. The original goal with the 21 game was to make like a version of Balatro. Couldn't do it, but it's a stretch goal. Well, maybe not a stretch goal. It kind of got me to the idea of what the Let's Play Room was, because originally the Let's Play Room was a game where you go to kind of play games, and the guests can just kind of interact with you while you were in there. So it would be like you're playing games, but they would come by, and sometimes the stuff would distract them or whatever. But then the more I developed it, it made more sense to be games that you play with them. So he had 21. That's bad, but bugs happen. And I won, which is actually kind of bad because that means we burned a like, but nonetheless. I don't have my glasses on, so I might also be in a rough spot. So I'm not gonna try for the 5. I'm gonna let him blow his hand out. All right, so no likes remaining, right? Aw, shucks. Game over. Oh, and this is the end of the recording. I think I say flibbity flobbity floop, and shout outs to you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed Shelter. I have actually a lot more to show, so stay tuned to my channel for more Shelter.